Guys, when I look at this image, when I look at this website, this is Snapchat's website. I boomer mode kicks in. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Is this for communication, for sharing thoughts, opinions, and ideas, or is it for sexting? Because every time it comes up in the media, it's usually something involving that or something not good. And so, me being 37 and realizing this is nothing I need in my life, I kind of avoid it now at all costs. I tried it once, didn't inhale, moved on with my life. But some people have used it for bad things, like the situation here, where an 11-year-old drove 200 miles to meet a man on Snapchat. He went to Charleston, South Carolina, to meet a dude on Snapchat. So the Charleston police they have now reunited. I don't, an 11-year-old boy with his family on Monday morning after the boy drove alone from Simpsonville to Charleston, about 200 miles. So an 11-year-old kid hijacked his parents' car, apparently knew enough to drive the car, at least well enough to get 200 miles away. Part of me just can't help but do a bit of a slow clap for that. Like you've played a lot of Grand Theft Auto, kid. You played a lot of Grand Theft Auto and didn't die in that 200-mile journey. That is interesting. Now, Officer Christopher Braun was in his police cruiser on Rutledge Avenue in downtown Charleston around 12:30 a.m. when a motorist pulled alongside. The driver, an 11-year-old boy, was alone in the vehicle and told the officer he had just driven 3 hours from Simpsonville and he was lost. So first and foremost, this kid did something no man ever does. He asked for directions because no man ever likes to ask for directions. I know where I'm going, God damn it. But he did it to a cop. 11-year-old kid stole his parents' car, drove 200 miles, rolls up next to 50, rolls down the window. Instead of asking for Grey Poupon, asks for directions. Again, slow clap, kid. Beautiful. The boy told Officer Braun that he took his brother's car, and he drove to Charleston to live with an unknown male that he met on Snapchat. I mean, that's not funny. It's terrible. But at the same time, it's like, just imagine being the cop in that conversation, right? You're talking to a kid and you're just all like, all right, so boy, what brings you to Charleston? Oh, well, I stole my brother's car. Continue. And I met a guy on Snapchat and I'm going to come live with him. Can you tell me where this guy lives? I'd like to know more about that. Now, the boy's father's insignia tablet lost a GPS signal that was directing him to the Charleston address. And the boy was unable to recover the address because Snapchat messages disappear or are deleted after they are read. So the kid had the address on the GPS signal on the father's tablet, which means it would have been stored in whatever. It was probably Google Maps. It's going to be stored in Google Maps. If it doesn't matter where it's going to be stored somewhere. They're going to be able to get the address. But the kid lost the address because Snapchat message closed. Does he not know how to screenshot? I mean, if you can drive a car, you can hit the home button and like the volume key at the same time and take or power key and the volume key at the same time and take a snapshot. Just saying. And then people on the guy on Snapchat's going to know that the dude got his address. Or like a boomer, write it all down. But he didn't do that. Anyway, Officer Braun was able to get the boy's father's name and telephone number and contacted him. Ooh, that must have been a fun phone call. Sir, this is Officer Braun with the Charleston Police Department. I have your son, Timmy, here. Guy's like, what's going on, man? Like, I was sleeping. What the hell? Find out that your kid stole your son's car and drove 200 miles to live with a man he met on Snapchat. Whew. Anyway, the boy knew about it. I guess the father here was in the process of reporting his son missing with the police department when they got the call. The father and the older brother drove and pick him up in his brother's vehicle. The father's tablet was placed in evidence by the Charleston police for analysis. And that's all we got on the story so far. So an 11-year-old kid ended up meeting a dude on Snapchat and wanted to drive to live with this guy and for some reason. Now, there's clearly theory and speculation abound from this, right? There's clearly going to be that. What is it? What happened? Well, I mean, all things considered, realistically speaking, the guy probably met him on Snapchat or met him on Xbox Live or on PlayStation or Steam or Minecraft or something, got his Snapchat. They communicated back and forth on there, and he's like, hey, you want to come live with me? I'm 200 miles away, but I've got a lot of candy. And then from there, the kid decided he wanted to do that. Or the kid was having problems with his parents and decided he wanted to run away. I mean, that's not uncommon for an 11-year-old to kind of feel the need to do that at that time. I don't want to make fun of the kid too much. I give the kid credit for actually following through with that, making it 200 miles. Like I give the kid credit in the sense of like, well played. Now, at the end of the day, make no mistake, and I want this abundantly clear, I am happy he has been returned to his family. I hope they're able to locate this address and find what happened with this dude and what the whole story was, because this is like the juiciest part of a telenovela when you're like, oh my God, what was he going to do to the kid? What happened? What's his side of the story? Are we ever going to find out? And then like there's the announcer like, tune in next week on Telenovela South Carolina, where we discover the address on the insignia tablet. And of course, we discover what the nefarious plot was, if at all, was going to befall the 11-year-old boy. You know, I mean, something along those lines where it would have been super fascinating to see what's going on with that one. And again, I love true crime, and I like learning motivations, and I just want to know what the motivation was here. Because again, these are things like I think as a parent you want to kind of learn about like the different tactics people use, and it's just like it's crazy. Like I said, end of the day, man, I'm glad this kid is safe, because this kid is clearly in a situation where he felt that he wanted to go live with this man he met on Snapchat. Probably video games were related, probably Fortnite, if I had to guess. And he chose to do that. So what's the story? You know, like what is the story? I think inquiring minds need to know, but I leave it to you guys, your thoughts, your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys want to help with everything here, just comment. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a like while you're at it. If I got you to leave a comment, if I can get you to write Snapchat in the chat, that'd be great. That way I know you made it this far. If you want to help support the channel, link below in the video description. Become a channel member. Right now, YouTube is demonetizing practically all news all the time. So it helps out. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.